blog. It's a little bit late, but it's a Freedom Friday afternoon, and I definitely want to do this show before I go down to the happy hour. Well, it's not a happy hour; it's kind of a late dinner with the conference I'm with here, and the conference is a credit card and travel rewards conference. It's going to be talking about how to use credit cards for building your business, for basically juicing your business, and travel points, right? How are these people traveling for free? How are they going on all these trips? How are they traveling through Africa? How can you use your credit card in Africa and Asia? And I definitely want you guys to see some of the views I had today. So I'm moving the camera for you guys to see. This is my views today. And I just want you to understand that we're kind of in the first wave of the internet. And these views will be on Instagram, some of them later. This is the infamous 6th Street, but this is classy 6 over here. You have dirty 6, which is that way. Then you have hipster 6, which is way over. And this is classy 6. Over there with all that greenery, right there is Ladybird Lake and the park. Essentially, this conference has all these people in here, and some are 22, 23, some are 30 something, some are 40. But I've been around the internet enough to see that first wave. Does that make sense? Like seeing people do 8, 9, 10 years and retire. And so when I talk about things on the channel, now this isn't my apartment. This is a visiting apartment today. But when I talk about things on this channel, it's absolutely possible. Like it's absolutely possible for you guys to get funding and buy 1 or 2 rentals, and your life is different, right? Because so many people don't try. I don't know how else to say this in a nice way, but so many people don't try. They literally half-ass it and coast. And I had wrote this little PDF, but I didn't release it. And the whole PDF was like how to dominate in a small town. And I may have said some of it in a video recording. I don't know. I have to look back through my notes. But long story short, I know people who've moved to smaller towns, go to all the Chamber of Commerce events, go to all the city council meetings, show up everywhere. And you would be like, man, this guy must be rich. No, the guy moved to a smaller, cheap town, got some $500 rent, just dressed nice, and went everywhere. Right? So people in that smaller town, now what do I mean smaller town? I mean 50,000 people population or under. And that literally is what I've seen people do. Even the guy in Fayetteville, North Carolina, he came from Florida, moved up, opened a restaurant. The restaurant was never super busy, but literally attended every single freaking event. And before you know it, he was running for city mayor. He was running for city council. He was running for mayor. And what I'm trying to get you to see is like, you can have a whole new life. You can completely dominate a smaller town and blow it up, right? Blow up, be the big dog there. But how does that start, right? It starts with your thinking it's possible. Just like this internet thing, thinking this is possible. There's one guy on there, I kid you not, he's like, well, I got $100,000 of credit cards, and then he just stopped because he couldn't wrap his mind around more credit cards. Right? He just couldn't. This mirror is amazing. I love this mirror. It's huge. He just could not wrap his mind around more credit cards. So he'll be talking tomorrow, and I'm going to see what he says, because literally I was like, he's 22. Of course he can't wrap his mind around more credit cards. He doesn't have this longer, greater vision. Life is better by change, not by chance. Exactly. Thank you, Douglas Jones. I appreciate that. What's up, Louisville, Kentucky? Yeah, and so this is downtown Austin. It didn't used to look like this. Austin still has a very small town feel to it. You still pretty much can park anywhere and walk. I mean, you're talking about a city with 1 million people. If they really counted 2 million, all the suburbs, but you literally can go up to Round Rock, make a new life. You can literally go up to Pflugerville. Like, you'll meet people from here, this downtown part, his Black people who moved up to Round Rock and start all anew. Living in a better house, driving a better car. Oh, I don't even care about Austin. And they're only 20 minutes up the road, if that, 15. It's all about your mindset. It's completely all about your mindset. And this channel has consistently been about, and I'll go over this list I have here. I mean, you guys can see it here if you want. Look at that, cool, right? Boom, right? But essentially, this list, because I don't know how much more daylight we have up in this place. Thank you, Jamar, for the super chat. I've talked about real estate investing. I've talked about tax liens, tax auctions, rental property, mortgage notes. I've talked about business funding, crowdfunding, business credit cards, lines of credit. I've talked about alternative investments, monthly dividend stocks, farm, coffee, chocolate, trucks, marijuana investing, peer-to-peer lending. I've went over conferences, the 10X conferences, the Grandview ACQ parties, the Vid Summit stuff. When I went to VidCon, I've talked about YouTube, Smartphone Millionaire, trading stocks, super teams, networking, IT and tech, online marketing and sales and money management. So if you've watched this channel for years and people are like, well, I need to talk to you. And I'm going to ask you, have you implemented any of the things I've talked about on the channel? We've talked about a lot of great things on this channel. And if you haven't started at least tackling some of these items, well, what do we need to talk about? Every day I look at a chat and the messages from different videos. People are like, oh, I need to talk to you. What's your email? No, you don't need to talk to me. If you actually been watching this channel, you know the way to do it is to go through consulting or get the classes. I mean, it really is that simple. Let me see what text. Blackstreet said, Erica, I drove from New York to Houston back in July, and it was a long ride. Nevertheless, it was an amazing experience watching the sunrise from my hotel there. Texas, I'll be back. What's up, Charm City buyers? How you doing today? Charm City up there buying up all of Maryland. They in the suburbs. They buying up buildings. You talk about every damn thing. It's not even that I talk about everything. It's literally as you start growing your income and looking for ways to place your money, some things just keep getting in your stream of vision. And you keep adding on and adding on. And so when people tell me, well, I just don't know what to invest my money in. And I'm like, have you started with monthly dividend stocks? Have you started with any small investments? Have you even started with a bank CD, anything? And the choice is yours. There's plenty of things out here to do. Now, I watched Glenn and Cameron today show, and he was talking about how, half of America makes $30,000 a year. And an article came out, and people are so shocked. And it's like, it's nothing new. That's not a new statistic. That's been out for a while now. But what you have is people showing you, via like this conference I'm going this weekend, that they have simple websites, simple stuff, making $5 to $10 grand a month. Now, what does $5 to $10 grand a month do for them? They don't have to go work jobs they don't like. Sitting in the airport to celebrate this tab. Listen, Charm City buyers out to be in Puerto Rico doing the gasolina. For sure. Listen, I mean, here's the thing. At the end of the day, you can decide. And I'm putting the planner out because if you actually start really tracking your days or reviewing what you did, like I have journals from 2 years ago, y'all. And the stuff I'm doing now is the stuff I wrote about before. It's just in existence now. Does that make sense? Let me see. Change this around. Some of y'all enjoy the apartment view. Some of y'all may not. But, it's really like, seriously, what's the biggest thing stopping you from having the freedom you want, having the life you want? What's stopping you? And honestly, it's lack of action. Some people say it's procrastination, but I mean, it's just lack of action. There are people out here who are 22. There's another guy, he is 40. He's going to be there tomorrow. He's talking about how he literally told his wife he wanted to take a break for 2 years from working. Now, you know how that just probably scared the crap out of her. And what he decided to do is start building side websites, start selling stuff. And of course, now his wife's like, yeah, this is great. They're going on vacations. They're living well. The points, because again, he used the credit card. I think the Chase one he's going to be talking about tomorrow, I think, for points and just running his business through it. And, they used it for travel. So I know it's not my new day. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Ciao, where are you again? I'm downtown Austin. All right, so let's see what you guys are saying in here. You got some, what's up, Los Angeles? Self-auditing. Yeah, Pro Scout 1, that's the biggest thing. Like, people ask me, why am I spending money on a trainer every month? And I'm like, because you need accountability, right? Because I've seen people talk about they need to lose 20 pounds for 3 years now. It's exhausting. I'd be like, why are you telling me this? I'm so tired of hearing about your 30 pounds. I'm so tired of hearing about your 20, your 40, your 50 pounds. And people will be on these same goals for years if you don't ask them, like, hey, why don't you get a trainer this year? Oh no, I ain't gonna waste that money. Well, clearly, what you're doing now ain't working, so I don't see where it's a waste of money, right? I saw Nick Bear, which I talk about a lot on this channel, but his mother died, and he was like, I'm gonna do the Ironman. And literally, this guy went from 230 pounds to like 190 or something, and still muscle, still pretty muscle. People make a decision, and when you actually really make a decision, that's when the change happens. But you got to actually have some accountability. That's why I'm putting the planner together, because when I get up, I'm writing gratitude, I'm writing the things I need to do today, and then at the end of the night, I'm like, did I do those things? Did I walk today? Did I eat better? Did I, you know what I mean? You can't just say, well, I feel like I did better. Did you or did you not? If you didn't do better, it's going to be in that notebook. It's going to be in that planner. You have to be real with yourself, right? My grandma used to say this thing when we would lie. Who are you trying to convince, me or you? And we would, as kids, be like, no, grandma, we totally didn't do this. And she would laugh because she's like, who are you trying to convince? I know you're lying. So you trying to convince me or you? And it would be so funny because looking back, that's some of the funniest stuff ever, because she would let us roll out those lies, bro. She would just sit there like, like just letting it go. It was hilarious. Let me see what you got here. I have started 2 income streams in the past 8 months, 1,200 of profit so far and growing. Going to replace my job income. Congratulations. That's what's up. Liquidity. Okay, so when people say liquidity is the problem, do you know how much? Do you know a particular number you need, right? Because I'm in this group, and one guy's like, I'm just trying to get all the funding I need. And he kept asking, well, what's the number? Everybody in the group chat is like, well, what's your number, dude? I don't know. If you don't know, then it makes it hard to kind of grasp what's the number, where you're going. Nah, man. Lack of interest, they just love learning. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some people who just buy course after course after course, and I'm like, you know what? If you just follow through with this one and hammer it, such a difference maker. I mean, if you really, some people, if they would literally focus and put about $100 to $300 a week away for 6 months, just 6 months, their life would be really different. I was stuck or felt stuck for a while. It happened. Okay, Curtis Davis. Okay, listen, Plastique, if you're trying to get the cash, I ain't got to tell you, but if you've been in some of these credit groups, what Plastique does, okay? Thank you for the $10 super chat. Love your work. Brother Glennon sent me here. Keep pushing this. Thank you, Mr. G. It really is, though. I mean, like, Black Caesar, it's interesting how real life game Monopoly is coming to fruition for many of us. Be fast or slow. Yeah, and honestly, can I say it's in your head. It's as fast as you want it. I've been on the phone with people that make $250,000 a year, and they're still trying to figure out how to buy their first rental. And I'm like, you got the money. You got the credit. I don't know what's the only thing in this equation is if it's money, time, credit, and you. Clearly, it's what? You, right? So it's me. I'm people's trying to lose 20 pounds. Listen, Nina, that's the worst. Yo, Asia tags a lot of people on Instagram, but I be getting on her like, Asia, I don't want to hear nothing else after January. She know I'll get on her. I get on myself. I go, look, it's the decision. You just, this is what it's going to be. This is what your body's going to look like. This is what it's going to be. It's however you treat your body. You pouring alcohol in it every day. You pouring fast food in every day. Man, I used to see this guy eat a burger every day when I worked in an apartment. And you'd be like, man, you look greasy. Don't you feel greasy? You eat a burger every day? Get some greens in your life. Success partner, accountability partner. Yeah, Curtis Davis, I'm serious. And honestly, it's, 90 days is a long time, y'all. 90 days is a long time. And I know people try to say, no, Erica, 90 days can get you a truck or two. 90 days, a lot of things can happen. Like, I don't know if you guys saw my earlier Instagram, literally the dealership, I was like, I don't like them prices. I don't know. Literally the dealership started offering me a line of credit with the dealership. Not financing, a line of credit with the dealership. And why is that? Because I've shown multiple times over that I am buying trucks. And if this oil contract really pays off 8 to 10 grand a week, I will definitely try to get more trucks on that, right? But that's the new levels, the next level stuff where, ask more, get more, right? There's a book called Ask More, Get More. It's yellow with black letters on the front cover. And sometimes in the ask more, get more, I think we're really excited to ask other people to give us more, but do we really ask ourselves, right? Are you asking more of yourself? Have you asked more of yourself via working out, via keeping track of this? Like, I literally still want to write that book, is your life attractive? Now, what does that mean in that book? Is your life attractive? And it's a workbook. It's really a workbook. It's like, if you really want to move somewhere new and really dominate, I'm telling you, a couple of Eventbrites, a couple of REI groups, a couple of Chambers of Commerce groups, you are the it person. I mean, I've literally been here in Austin and seen it happen, seen people move here and start anew. I remember this guy moved here from Chicago, and he was at all the REIA groups. He sold like 50 houses 1 year in Austin, and like, he's not even from here, y'all. That, to me, that's the whole point. Like, you really can decide if you want to change. Some people don't, and that's just the truth of it. What's up, Freedom Friday? What's up, Sherry? Dante, fourth quarter, you know what time? Let me tell you something. I've seen so many Instagram ads, and I've bought so much stuff off Instagram. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna front to you. I'll be having packages at my apartment every day. I used to make fun of my roommate back in the day when she did that. But it'll be really quality stuff. Like, you know what? I want that. And I just laugh because I'm like, oh my God, I'm that person, right? Buying these stuff off these ads off Instagram. But it works, right? Because it's a visual, it's in your face, you want it. What's up, Eric? I want to ask, which loan would be good for a newbie with good credit? Why would you want a 203K? Are you doing repair? 80-10-10 or FHA? FHA, you're going to be living there. Are you living there? That's a whole conversation you're having right here in this question. Honestly, the 80-10-10, are you getting the 10 from grants or are you getting the 10s from loan? You know what I'm saying? Flesh that out more. 5K is my number. Awesome. Currently renting out both rooms in my home in the process of purchasing a rental property. Let me tell you something. Where do you think I'm at right now? And this kid has 2 places. I don't want to talk too loud. His neighbors might be sick of him. But the views are amazing. Like, these views are amazing. Thank you. Pro style, that was going to be my next answer. But again, you guys, there's people in the chat can help you. They've been in this. Because if you got 10K and use all of that for down payment, right? If you're not going for a very cheap property, what happens if the AC goes out? What happens if you need a roof? What happens if there's a fire? I mean, I just want people to really kind of balance overall, think about these things. Jamar. So Jamar, is that your number for every year? Every month? What's that number? That freedom number. And here's the thing. When I talk to people about their freedom number, usually I'm talking monthly because that's how we've been trained to think as far as paychecks. But if you know that's your number for the year, hey, baby, do it. Live it well, right? So I look at it like this. If each truck produces 4 to 5 grand a month in passive income, if I had, 3 trucks, you do the math, right? So, which I already have 4 trucks, but they're in partnerships and 2 are by myself. And sometimes it's good months, sometimes it's bad months. We're about to hit winter, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be some issues in winter. But don't you worry, I paid for that insurance. And trust me, nothing's funny when you're paying out $40,000 in a year in insurance. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. What's up, Simone? 12-week years, the best accountability starting point, life-changing. Yeah, man, I talked about that book a long time on this channel. Because if you look at things in 90 days and it's your major focus goal, that's kind of how I handled the trucks, right? It's kind of how I handled the painting company at the time. And when I sold those things, I hammer focused for 90 days on trucks. I was like, everything truck. truck, right? Then when I wanted to transition, I tried at that point. I'm not gonna say I completely did it. Focused on buying rentals in Detroit that had tenants already in them. And Detroit is one of those towns you gotta like really put your eye on it, because again, even with me with a trained team, a trained property management from there, with all these people, there was somebody still sneak through our gates with a fake lease and fake docs. Okay, you gotta be on it. Pro Woman J, is that, you're talking to Nina up there, or are you talking to me? Because that would not be working. Right? I ain't read the book, but the field guy was severe base mode. Yeah. In the process of productizing my business, that my end of my year and end of the decade goal, I want to get out of doing everything in my business. Honey, let me tell you, someone asked, one of the accountants on the team that we have asked, why was I still doing a particular thing? And I was like, because I ain't hired nobody yet. And I've hired 6 people for just the YouTube social media side of this business, and still have to hire one more person. Right. And so even now, when I look at franchises on BizQuest and different things to buy, I literally go, okay, who's in there running it? Because I'm not going to run it. So we always have to think about that. Jay Williams, 640 credit score and trying to get it up, making 50K. All right, Jay Williams. Yeah. I mean, so at that point, we have to look at what's negatively hitting your credit report. We got to see what's going on with it. Depends. Recently started paying myself $300 a week, and I'm already seeing that shift in my life. For sure. I mean, it's a life changer. Curtis Davis, $12,000 per month, freedom. Okay, for real. Listen, once you know that number, you can work towards it, because some people are out here, they're doing everything, and I'm like, why are you doing all these things? I'm trying to get $1 million. I'm like, have you even made 100,000 a year? Right? When you start making 100,000 a year, then you make 200,000, you make 300,000, you'll actually notice, like, I'm not even trying to be funny, you'll notice a lot of people let off the gas because they're living better than most people. I'm downtown right now, and people would think these apartments are absolutely crazy numbers, but a lot of these are like $2,000 a month, and there's a lot of empty ones because they had Formula One. They had what do you call it, the 360 Circuit America, most Raider track, and a lot of these places people are foreigners, so they don't even be down here. So again, know your number. These kids ain't stupid who's renting this place out. They're not done. A couple weekends of renting this place out covers all their bills. Yes, I was going to live in the first and make the second. Make it cash flow. Make it my cash flow property. Okay. So yeah, sounds like you're talking about a duplex or a fourplex, or let me know. Or house hacking. Marcus McGee, if you didn't get our tax lien course, sounds like a problem, because we cover over 20 states in the tax lien course. And if all else fail, this is what I'll say: consult an attorney, consult a real estate attorney. Right? A lot of people are trying to get free 99 information, and it just doesn't. There's only so much free 99 information you could get on the internet, right? Without someone knowing your exact town, your exact county, your exact tax lien you purchased, your exact redemption rates in that city or state. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a lot in there. Yeah, Marcus McGee, there's some more context there we're missing. Pro J Woman Freedom. My freedom number is 50K a month from contracting work and passive income investments, so I can focus full time and get through law school. Yes. Okay. So with that 50K, with that cover, is that covering debts, or you're already debt free? Let me know. Oh, she meant 5K a month, 50K a year. I was about to say, dang, 50K a month. She got some debts or something. All right. Let me see. Anthony Bolden. Anthony Bolden said his freedom number is 332,913. That's the least amount of money needed to be 1% in Tennessee. Hey, you know what? I feel you. I feel you on that. Now, what I would do is work that number back. What are 100 things that can pay you $3,000? Or what is, if you look at every rental, let's say you get a rental house, and that house, because depending on where you're at in Tennessee, you go to some cheap houses, Memphis, whatnot, it'll produce you $5 to $7 grand a month in rental income. Well, how many houses do you need to make that number? 20, 30, 40 houses, right? So it's one of those things. Well, I think that's Chanel. Byron. $17,000 monthly income. There you go. It's a great business, Kaiser Sosa. There's always something to learn, though, right? And for me, I had staff that learned, not me, right? And the thing of it is the answer is simple. People don't like the simple answer, though, right? So when it comes to the credit industry, you can always learn new tricks, new techniques. You can go to different credit repair seminars. And what people have to understand is, are you breaking the law, right? So technically in Georgia, you're not even allowed to be a credit repair company unless you are a nonprofit, right? On top of that, I remember they have something else in the law. And Credit Irene does a great job of explaining that, because there's reasons why I got out of the credit industry. I felt like people were ungrateful. Their life was a dumpster fire. They meet you. They want you to change the dumpster fire today, right now, in 24 minutes. And if you don't, shame on you. You're terrible. And it's like, I can't change time. I can't change your past 24 months, right? I can't change your past 12 months, right? And even with all these newer techniques where people are doing credit suite and they're just working consumer financial protection, they're like fighting validation left and right through different methods. Even the guy I'm working with now with one of our clients, he paid a big chunk of money, and I was like, hey, I'm going to put you with this guy. He's done really well, and he's actually got him already $50,000 in credit. I worked with them a little bit, and they did some funding calls for me just to save me time, and they helped me get about $70,000. So, I think I'm going to recommend them to the channel again. I don't know, but honestly, it's a great industry because so many people don't want to do that. They don't want to check their mail. I kid you not. People don't know how much debt they're in. They don't want to check the mail. They don't know. They got a bunch of different addresses all over their credit report. They didn't pay something for months. And then when you're talking about, I don't know, I didn't pay it. Okay, well, so a lot of avoidance. You're dealing with people subconsciously who are avoiding something that bothers them, right? And so they're kind of on edge. And so that was part of my thoughts about the credit industry. It's a great industry. You can help people. You can change people's lives. You can literally clean up people's credit really easy. And I see it growing, especially the next 3 years, because you have so many people working the credit card angle. And on top of that, you have so many people who, when it comes to their job, they won't get a job. I'm just being honest. Some of these companies are like, oh yeah, we won't hire you unless your credit's straight. Oh, look at that spotlight working good. There we go. I thought I was in the dark a little bit. Let's see. But yeah, if you want to buy the course, I've had a lot of people enjoy the course, use the course, clean their own credit, and work with other people. Because this is my thing. If you think about it, let's say it's you, your mom, and your brother. I'm giving a very generic scenario here. You, your mom, your brother. Y'all clean up all three. You clean up all three of those people's credit after taking the course. And then all three of y'all work together to go buy some rentals. You all get LLCs. You start getting business lines of credit, business credit cards, and you work together. That is your group economics. If it's just you and your friend, if it's just you and your spouse, you both got good jobs, you clean your credit up, you work the angles, you get the funding, you work with somebody or work with the guy I work with, his name is Eric, to get the funding. The world is yours at that point. So 780 only, and only a mortgage. Want to get into real estate rentals. Okay. So anytime someone tells me they want to get in real estate rentals, what area are you in and how much will you need for your down payments? It's always goes back to that. Let's say you say, Eric, I want a cheaper angle. I would say even hood, home, mobile home elite. My personal trainer sees this channel and sees some of the stuff I talk about, and he actually went and checked out Mobile Home Elite's products and services. So Noble, it may jump, but he also, depending on what's going on, and I've seen this happen the past couple of years where people have bought trade lines, their score is 730, they go to apply, and all of a sudden Fidelity, USA, Wells Fargo goes, but you have negative history. You have negative delinquencies. Don't care your court score is 730. You have this in your long 2-year history. So I'm always encouraging you to clean up the negative stuff, have a positive payment track history, because at the end of the day, they're going to decide off if there's any red flags, because they know people can do that. They know people can fake the score. Can you put in a link to your courses? Which link? Yeah. Hold on. And honestly, with the way the day is, you could either outsource to people, or you could literally hire somebody from scratch that don't know nothing from Adam and start making them take these classes and courses. And every day they do a little bit more work, a little bit more work, a little bit more work. I've seen it work for other people. So this is the bundle right now. This is the 450 bundle. I'm putting it in the core, I put it in the layer. And the reason I put this bundle together is like, this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of the year. And also next year, I don't know what all this team I'm working with is gonna change and do things. So that's the tax lien course, the 1-page business plan, financial freedom starts at the basement, the power of creating a private investment group, and getting your money for your business. The funding course, all in one. Let me see. For those of you he's asking about the credit repair business, the link I'm gonna put in there. Hold on. This is just the regular link. All courses. Okay, there's that. And then hold on, baby. And this is the credit repair business he's talking about. All right, Don K. 30K consistent income and profit. That's awesome. 10,000 monthly, Desiree. 640 because the repo 4 years ago. 8K, can't get a loan or car to make a progress towards plumbing business credit. Okay. The repo, do you still owe on it? Is it dinging you every month? If it's dinging you every month, then yes. Because even if you got 3 new accounts, 2 secure cards with high limit and self-lender, and you paid on them for like 8 months, if that repo is still ding, 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 ding every month it's like taking 10 to 20 points away from you. There you go, Curtis. Thank you. I think a good freedom number for me would be the 10K a month. Okay. Okay, well, how much money do you have saved? Whenever someone tells me they have money saved to me is $20,000. It depends on how you're doing that thing. I told my job about my t-shirt printing business with my brother, and now they're paying us to do hoodies with their logo on it. Congrats. Yeah, I mean, if your brother is in the business with you, or if you have to hire somebody, they should be calling the schools. They should be calling all these Boy Scouts. They should be calling all these little sports clubs, these sports groups, these meetup groups, see if people need t-shirts out of those groups. Because 9 times out of 10, they do. These little co-ed football teams, all these people need t-shirts. That's okay. Have a great night, Supreme Kid. $12,000 a month excluding taxes. That's a good way to look at it. If you know your number after taxes. Also want to sell current sites for 60. Okay. Self-lender, I wasn't a fan of self-lender at first. They're here in Austin. They're based in Austin. I wasn't a super fan because I feel like you could still go do the same exact thing with a secure loan at your bank, but people kept arguing me down. So, if y'all want to do self-lender, do it. There you go. If you have the patience for it, that's the truth. And it's not even just the patience. It's also realizing people are contacting you at the end of their road too, so. Simone, it's really not that exciting. I know everybody wants to talk about series LLCs. It's just not that big of a deal. It really isn't. And I'm not trying to knock it. It's just people, and let me make this very clear. Very few people, I'm trying to think of a nice way to say it. Very few people need that. Very few people have 10, 12, 15, 30 rental properties, and they're just trying to do all this stuff. 9 times out of 10, you can hop online, get you an LLC in less than 20 minutes off rocketlawyer.com, get your bank account set up the next day, get your stuff going, get your operating agreement all done in the same time frame. You don't necessarily need that. And I get it. People are trying to have this protection. And when it comes to subsidiaries, they're trying to slide to the left or slide to the right. But in the long term, I don't feel like it saves you any paperwork. I know Texas thinks it's cool and all, but it's really for big boys, honestly. And when I mean big boys, I mean people doing 20, 30 rental properties. Now, people are like, Erica, no, all the average person can take advantage of these credit and tax opportunities. And I'm like, look, a lot of people are spending their whole day playing tax defense instead of playing offense and making more money. This is where I am with that. 68K per month when we got freedom number right now. Congratulations. And that's the bundle right there. Honey, a lot of people told me not to do mobile homes because it's like buy a new car, no value. Mobile homes, I remember my school teacher in the summer, she worked at the mobile home factory near Sanford, North Carolina. I think it was. And she said mobile homes are made with hot glue guns and staple guns. I fell out dying. I think if you really want to make a ton of money, honestly, and you're near mobile home areas, I would own a mobile home repair store. Now, hear me out. I would have all these different supplies that you need to repair, mobile homes, and there's a store in North Carolina. They make a kill. I see people in there every day because 9 times out of 10, sometimes it's hard to even find people to repair mobile homes because it's such a niche. So, oh yeah, dude, Curtis Davis, if you go on myfico.com, even when you're on MyFICO, they're showing you FICO 9, FICO 8, FICO 5, FICO 6, FICO. They're going back and forth. They're showing you the old one and the new one. And so when people are sitting here arguing with you like, well, my Credit Karma score said, man, get the hell out of here, man. Credit Karma's, get on out of here with that, man. And there's all courses link right there. Success comes in many forms, and it comes in the form of health, in the form of wealth, in the form of whatever you desire. With sacrifice, there is no victory, for sure. Like I told you guys, I went to a conference, and there were 3 millionaires in there who were, they were about freaking dead. They were like 400 pounds. One was in a scooter. And I was like, what's the point of being a millionaire? You're about to fall over dead. And I get it. This type of industry, this work has been strenuous on people's health. And I think that's why we're still in what I would call the first wave of this internet. Do you know what I'm saying? Can y'all see the backdrop? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love that. So this is why I would say we're still just in the first wave. In the first wave, you're going to have people have bad health. You're going to have people make employee decisions. You're just going to have a lot of stuff where I've seen people do 8 years in the internet. And now they're already retired and gone off doing something else. I've seen Charlene Johnson start off in, what do you call the people that, the P90X, remember Bo? It was like the dude, Tybo dude. All those people, they've reinvented themselves like 3-4 times in the past 10 years. So, Insanity Workout, all those people. And they've gone from this to public speakers. You know, you had Marie Folio doing her show. She really quit. She didn't do her show a ton. And she just focused on the business school because it makes so much money. And you'll have that. That's what I mean is the first wave. You had a first wave of people making money off the internet. And the reason I tell y'all is so important because you literally, Terry's on Teachable, and you'll see the list of the top 100 people on Teachable. There are people on there selling cookbooks. Like their website is like getting all this traffic for cookbook. Then you look at the cookbook, it ain't even that great. Right? Or you'll see baby products where it's like, you know, unique knit baby products, and there it's like a high running traffic website. And so what you're seeing is this is really the first wave of the internet because you have a lot of people who are just learning how to use the internet, right? Who are just learning. So I started a mobile gaming company filled with GA state and feds. Fouled, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I'm using income from my main job, software engineer, to pay for assets. Would it be faster to get a business loan? What would that business loan do? I would say yes, but what would it be doing? Would it be marketing your mobile gaming company? Would it be growing your client base? Because honestly, 9 times out of 10 when people say they need funding, I go, funding to me means I'm going to be getting more sales, or I'm going to be hiring somebody and they're going to be getting me sales. Oh, thank you, Mary Reese. I've been watching you for a few weeks and I love your content. San Antonio, Texas, millionaire status. Thank you. I appreciate it. Man, you know what? That's a loaded gun question. Have you got my funding course? It's available in the links above. Depends on, there's like 7,000 questions with that. What type of real estate are you getting? Are you getting auctions? Are you getting repos? What are you getting? Are you getting tax deeds? What are you talking about, right? These questions y'all throw, there's so many layers to it. What do you mean? What are the best loans for real estate? Well, what do you mean? What type of real estate? Single family, multifamily, raw land. What type? You know, there's so many layers to it. The questions you're asking are not, you know what I mean? Nope, this isn't my house. This is my house for the weekend. Erica's right. So let me tell you, let me put it to you this way. I literally had someone who bought $6,000 in trade lines. They literally got 20 points bumped from each trade line, because they had other mess on their credit, so they barely got to 690, and they did a big enough jump. But I mean, I was like, you pay $6,000 for that? 690? Nah. I mean, it's just the way to do it. I want rentals. I was approved for $200K plus. I have over $30K saved. I was looking in the hood to start to keep the mortgage down. Should I use max loan or go my angle? It depends. Do you want a turnkey property, or do you want a property that needs some work? Are you trying to self-manage, or are you going to get somebody else to manage it? There's questions there. Oh, Black Seizure, that's nice. 20 after taxes would be good. Oakland in the house, give us free. Give us free. What is this credit card conference? It is called the FBZ Summit here in Austin. Long and the story short, oh, my phone charged now. I'm going to get ready to go to the dinner because I think it's at 7:30. Get my Uber. Hold on a second. FBZ is, long story short, you have people there who have used the internet to their best ability, you know, right? So one guy's 22, Brian Chung. You guys have heard about him. JUN. He talks about credit cards all over his channel. His channel's nothing but credit cards. And talks about reward points, things we see coming. Like, remember I told y'all maybe like a week or two ago that you had like all these people in these different groups applying for Amex, and it was only given $2,000 limits, and everybody was like, what's happening? And again, it's liquidity in the market. It's, you know, there's a shift coming. We don't know when it'll come, but this is why if you learn skills and strategies now, it isn't weird, right? And when people say, well, people don't have money. Well, it's not that people don't have money. They find money for what they want. Like, the big reason the FCC is cracking down on those gurus who do those real estate investment things is because they would be like, well, the training is $20,000 or $30,000. And people would say they don't have money, and then people would literally go get credit cards, refinance their house. They would do all kind of stuff to get the money for the course. So again, when people tell me they don't have money, I go, okay, well, you don't have money or you don't have a strategy to go get it. Let me see the best way to explain to you this conference here. Hold on. I'm going to explain to you what this conference is. So it's FBZ Elite Summit. It is delighted to offer, hold on. Okay, it kicks off in 4 hours, which is the dinner thing tonight. Essentially, travel enthusiasts from around the world will gather in Texas, Austin, in October, presented by Financial Buzz. And I'll make sure to check some good photos tomorrow. It's the most epic travel event you will attain. Now, of course, everybody's like, oh, travel. No. But if you actually read what the speakers are going to be talking on, Financial Buzz, the Credit Society, Caroline Loopy, Bald Thoughts. This guy's thing is really literally called Bald Thoughts. Travel Hacking Adventures, Card Con. What does that mean? Ben's Big Deal. You have Ramen Points. Angela Travels. You have Financial Buzz. Kevin Travels. Finance Buzz. You have Travels with Luke. What you're going to see is a series. A lot of people that are speaking tomorrow are basically serial entrepreneurs, digital marketers who got in the point space 6 years ago, recognizing they missed out on points, right? And so a lot of these people, part of the schedule tomorrow is, hold on. Part of the schedule tomorrow. Hold on, I'm gonna get to it. I promise. Okay. Next. Part of the schedule tomorrow is one dude talks about their trip to Africa. One talks about their. Okay, now where's that now? I gotta go down there. All right, so there's that. Okay, sorry, I'm reading over the thing. That's not too bad. Learn how to use credit card points, use about travel, learn about elite status, staying in hotels, learn about, he starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. Good Lord. One dude talks about how he visited 76 countries, traveled over 700 cities, and flown over 750,000 miles. The next dude talking is going to talk about Chase. Okay, hold on. This guy booked 37 hotels in 1 year, paying only resort fees. One couple flew, one couple rented a BMW in Europe, only paid $322. You have someone's up there talking about using it for their business. Someone's talking about how they went to Africa. Someone is talking about how they did all over Asia. So again, it's a collection, but all these people are basically just using internet to their, to their benefit. Right? So for Friday, we're just doing this dinner in a little bit. I don't know where that is. Yeah, I'm not wearing that shirt. They want us to wear this goofy shirt, and I'm like, no thanks. Not wearing that. Okay, Saturday. Sorry I'm taking so long. They will have keynote. Talk about people forced to take action and how they get going. Secret methods of finding a book is the cheapest travel. There's a sponsor insider. Now, who's a sponsor insider? It's going to be a credit card company. How to earn airline and hotel points. Creative ways to maximize your credit card spend at minimum cost. Lunch with the icebreakers. Of course, Texas barbecue. Business owner tips and tricks to maximize earning without increasing spending. Traveling on a budget. Traveling to and within Asia. traveling to and within Africa, how to do it, secret trips, tips and tricks to make luxurious travel and experiences a reality, of course, happy hour, of course, dinner, and then Sunday will be another brunch. Now, why is this important? You're going to get in this room, and all these people have over $100,000 to $400,000 in credit cards and business lines of credit. It's easy conversations. A lot of them are YouTubers and bloggers, sell PDFs, have affiliates, have sponsors, all that stuff. So, oh, I don't even know their name. I don't know. I have no clue their name. I just remember seeing them in Fayetteville, North Carolina by the airport. Mobile home repair. It really is true, Joshua Hill. You do. Beachbody. There you go. Beachbody.com. The whole Beachbody people. A lot of those Beachbody people are now public speakers, professional motivational speakers, all that stuff. Yep. Reinventing yourself. Internet of Things and 5G brings internet to the masses. Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing. There's a joke. This guy said he used to think before the internet people were dumb because they didn't know information. He's like, now people have computers and they're just dumb because they choose to be. There are a lot of illustrators, character sprites, backgrounds that need to be created for sure. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you might need to hire some folks. Yeah. Assume in. I don't ever go over that during live because that is a CYA, consult your attorney, consult your accountant. You definitely can run over to 100% Finance. They have a whole PDF, how to get credit to cash. There's several videos who people talk about that, but I will go on that. Listen, Dante, yeah, I see it over and over again on my business. Once someone gets 20 to 30K a month, you see their life change forever while others can't make it and go back to the job. Yeah. And because sometimes they're trying to make their small business do too much. And that's why I say, if you start a business and you got maybe 40K in credit cards and you can hire one person to help you really push that business and get ads, man, that's all you need. Voice actors. Yeah. Sounds like you need to build a whole build out staff. No, honestly, all it does is, all it'll do, Rhonda, if you buy the bundle, it'll just give you the other courses you need. You're already registered with that one. So changing credit, changed in lifestyle and mindset. You know, Austin's not that expensive. People keep pretending like it's expensive. And I've been to California where burgers are $18. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Austin, you can still eat lunch for $5 freaking here. You know, at a lot of places. It's really cheaper than you think. What happens is, if somebody wants to live downtown high rise for $500, that ain't happening. You can live in a studio down here somewhere, but things just cost money, right? And Austin's just not expensive. People think they should be able to live downtown for $200,000 house. That just isn't reasonable anywhere. That's a small town living kind of thing. Chase busted it open in September. What does that mean? Yeah, people were getting, yeah, they were. Chase did. I think Chase was in competition because I got a lot of my Chase around that time. So yeah. Erica, does the courses you host, does the website charge a monthly fee? Thinkative and Teachable all charge monthly fees. You can do the free version of them, but to me, you don't get the background, the data, the information you need to make it really pop. Yeah, it's getting better and better as we sit here. It's just getting more and more beautiful. I love that owl building. It's a little weird, but I love it. So, all right, get close to the time. I got to go to Rainy, but let me see. Luxury using points. Yep, all those things. So anyway, you guys, thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. If you have any questions, again, I would love to share my screen, but I don't think it's going to let me without acting up. But essentially, the financial bundle, Powerhouse Bundle, has the tax link course, the one-page business plan, the financial freedom starts in the basement, power of creating a private investment group, and getting money for your business. It's the funding course. So if you want it, is in the links below. Texas is nice. It has some good points and some bad points. Houston's just so chaotic. It's hard for me to vibe. And I came from a small town, which I had 300,000 people, to Austin. Like I lived in other cities before, but that whole, like if I'd have moved to Houston and struggled, I would have went back home because it's just so freaking big. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Linda and Cameron did a really good credit repair course. A lot of the stuff is out there. People just don't want to do it, to be honest. Oh, is the Tyrese movie out now? Oh, might have to see that too. Go to Juan Pablo's 100% Finance. It's got on there. I live in Cali, 18,000. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. See, right? Like you can have great views even here. That's what I'm hoping. Oh no, we're not giving that out. Don't be weird. That's weird. So anyway, all right, guys, this is your girl Erica, Classy Climb Blog. This is our Freedom Friday. Again, what's holding you back? What's your freedom number? Really think about it, really tackle it, and decide you're ready to change. The planner will be coming out soon. The updated book probably closer to January, but we'll get it as soon as we can. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Make sure you hit the like button.